Everybody, this is a continuation from last week when we were talking about the artist royalty. Today we're talking about the artist advance, and we're going to dig right on in. So find out more about the artist advance coming up next on the Music Money Makeover Show. What is going on, everybody? My name is Casey Graham. Welcome back to the Music Money Makeover Show. Today we're talking about the artist advance. Now I had to take a little bit of a dive into the artist royalty to explain the artist advance. And I'm just going to give it in brief detail. I'm not going to jump in. Shout out to everybody who said that I should probably make these into courses. It's been on my mind. I know a few of y'all asked for that. And you know what? I think I will, so that we can dig more into these subjects. Now, forgot to mention, like I do at every video, to download the Profit Maximization Checklist down below and the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1 down below. Now, I have had people who have actually completed the Profit Maximization Checklist. I will let you know how their experience goes as they start to bring in money. It's a task to do everything on that checklist, I know, but by the time you do it, I promise you, you will know everything there is to know about the basic mechanics of the music business. So let's jump into the artist advance today. Now, the main thing we want to talk about with the artist advance is, number one, we have to break down who's going to get a part of that, right? Because if a record label gives you money, they're not just going to give you money and it's going straight to your pocket. All right. Remember, if you look at the artist royalty video, matter of fact, let's throw it up right here. Go watch the artist royalty video explained first before you watch the artist advance, because it won't make that much sense to you. Okay. So if you watch that one first and come back and watch this one, then it'll make a lot of sense. All right. So if you know from that video, the artist has to pay for everything. All right. I'm not going to explain that here. So here's what you have to pay for in your artist advance. All right. So the first thing you want to look at is your attorney's fee. Okay, they're going to be negotiating this thing for you. And the average rate on the attorney is going to, the retainer percentage for the attorney will be anywhere from 5% on the average standard size to 7% on the rich side. Okay, now this is going to make sense when the next person kicks in, because if the next person that kicks in has their fee too high, you're going to start to see your money dwindle. All right, so let's just say we're in the United States. We're getting an advance of, let's say $500,000, and then you can see how this, and we're gonna set it at $500,000 because of the United States tax code. All right, that's gonna kick in later. All right, so now 5 to 7% gross. This will come off, go to the attorney. All right, then we have to pay a management fee. This is that second person I was talking about. Now, if you're just starting out with your first manager, or this is that mandate, they've never really done a record deal, I'd recommend something in the 12 to 15% range. Because when you request 20% and you haven't really done much, it's kind of rich. Okay? When it's that rich, they better be going to war for you. I mean in the trenches, like, yo, I'm sleeping on the same floor as you type of trenches. All right, if not, 12 to 15% is fair, because on the deal, the lawyer will be getting the 5 to 7%, and they'll be kicking in every transaction. Sometimes not. They have to get paid too. All right. So now, because they're going to send a bill to you. So the next thing you want to look at is finder's fees. A lot of times, the management may get a deal, may get the deal for you, but then you might have someone who might have walked the manager in with you to the record label and say, hey, give me a finder's fee. I found you guys out on the road. For some of you all who understand real estate, this is called bird dogging, where you find a deal and you give it to the real estate investor. It's the same way. It's called a finder's fee. You find the artists, they're doing pretty good. You think they could fit with an A&R to label. You charge them a finder's fee as the middleman, and this fee could run anywhere from, $1,000 to $10,000. All right, so that's going to come out of your artist fee as well. Your artist advance as well. And then good old Uncle Sam here in the United States will want to take a fee. The reason why I said $500,000 in the beginning is because anything over $200,000 in the United States, thanks to Donald Trump tax break. All right, I gotta shout out Donald Trump on the tax break, because it was higher when Obama was in, but then dropped down a little bit, but then a couple things had to come out for that to drop down. That's for another day. But 38%. All right. So it's not half like everybody's, oh, half of the money's gone. No, that's actually 38% on the United States tax code. All right. So 38% of that money has come out. All right. So now what you have left is actually your true artist advance. So if we take out 5 to 7% for the attorney, we take out anywhere from 12 to 15% on the average side, or 20% for the management, right? Anywhere from a span of 12 to 20% for management. We take that out of there. We take our finder's fee out if there is a finder's fee, and then we will also take out Uncle Sam's cut for 38%. You are now left with your artist advance. Voila. We are now into the money that you will go, and hopefully you don't buy a bunch of chains and cars with, because this will be the money that will last you into the next album and until you start getting some shows done. All right, so please don't squander your artist advance, because $500,000 to $1 million, it's not a lot of money. After you see all these cuts that happen, you know, it's like, hey man, hold on to your pants, because it's like you really fitting to go on a rocky ride, baby. Anyway, so download the profit maximization checklist below and the Musician's Guide to Self-Publishing #1. I'll see you all next week. Peace.